Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Last week was a very rough week for Team Tanga. Raila Odinga stormed the larger Mount Kenya region with great success. After that, Raila Odinga was endorsed by the Mount Kenya Foundation. And then the deputy president decided to go to the larger Mount Kenya region to try and undo whatever gains Raila Odinga might have made in the region. But it flopped in Murang'a. But he had a very successful trip in Nakuru. And over the weekend, which was yesterday, the deputy president was in Kisii. Again, the reception was not the usual reception. What's happening to the deputy president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto? And yesterday, Mwangi Kiunjuri, who was one of the close allies of the deputy president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, delivered bad message to the deputy president over the Mount Kenya politics. I want us to try and understand the message which Mwangi Kiunjuri was delivering to the DP. But before you do that, if you are watching this channel for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. And meanwhile, the Pandora papers are out. And the world is watching very closely. President Uhuru Kenyatta and the family have been mentioned in those leaks. They are client number 13173. So probably we'll do an analysis on the Pandora papers later today or maybe tomorrow. But for now, I want us to do a critical analysis of Mwangi Kiunjuri's message to the deputy president. But I want you to listen very closely and keenly to what Mwangi Kiunjuri is telling the DP before we try to understand the meaning. Listening to Mwangi Kiunjuri.
Politics in Mount Kenya region, I can assure you, you cannot predict what will happen in Mount Kenya region. Nobody can say in certainty that I have already taken over Mount Kenya region. Because already we have been there, there have not been any good teams that have been competing there. We have been there as small parties, and some parties have been penetrating, but as you listen to what has been happening in the last 1 week in Mount Kenya region, it is very clear that everybody has a chance, and the best thing is to put our best foot forward. Those of us who already have an inch over the others, we must make sure that we unite so that others will not take advantage of the disunity that is coming up within the small parties and the big parties. Today, as we speak, people have information. There is very small room for misinforming Kenyans. And you cannot tell Kenyans that already have taken this area or this region. And therefore, Mount Kenya region, as we speak today, we will decide its fate. And many things can change within Mount Kenya region. It will depend on how hard all the politicians, all the party leaders will work. You have to work hard, extraordinarily hard. You must make sure that it's not about followers, it is about a partnership. For us as TSP, we shall respect those leaders who will come looking for partnership in Mount Kenya region. If you want followers, days of having followers are gone, because every Kenyan have now the right to listen. Most Kenyans know that they are not going for parties, they are going for individuals, they are going for their programs and policies. They want people who can articulate their issues. We as Mount Kenya regions, and it will not be about the wave, it will not be about the party, but whoever convinces us, we shall vote for them. For now, you know, the person I'm supporting is almost 70%, 80% ahead of others. But that does not mean that that is a comfortable lead. Anything can change. Anything can change. These can come up that will tilt the balance. As I said the other day, Mount Kenya can be a bit rough, and you never know about the weather between now and the next 11 months.
Perhaps
No, that's Mwangi Kiunjuri. And I've always opined on this platform that the deputy president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, committed one grave mistake. The mistake of allowing Mwangi Kiunjuri and Moses Kuria out of the United Democratic Alliance Party. If I were the DP, I would have found a way of accommodating Moses Kuria and accommodating Mwangi Kiunjuri. Remember, Mwangi Kiunjuri was kicked out of government by President Uhuru Kenyatta for standing firm with the DP. Moses Kuria is the member of parliament for Gatundu South, representing President Uhuru Kenyatta in parliament. But despite that, Moses Kuria also stood very closely and firmly with the DP. And the DP decided to kick them out of the United Democratic Alliance Party. And the DP went further because these two gentlemen are insisting that for them to succeed in 2022 as Mount Kenya region, they needed a political party. So that as much as they support the deputy president, then they were going to have their own political party. So that Moses Kuria would have a few members of parliament, Mwangi Kiunjuri would have a few members of parliament, but still support the DP in the hope that should things go south the way it did between the president and his deputy, then they'll have somewhere to begin from. But the DP didn't listen to that. And from what I'm gathering from this Mwangi Kiunjuri's statement, I'm gathering 5 things. Mwangi Kiunjuri is reminding the deputy president that Raila Odinga's trip to the larger Mount Kenya region was a huge success. And that should actually worry the deputy president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. As a matter of fact, if there's one individual who is going to lose nothing in the larger Mount Kenya region, it's Raila Odinga. Because all the times Raila Odinga has always contested for the presidency, he has never depended on the support of the larger Mount Kenya region. But the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta is not supporting him, it means any number is gaining is actually to his advantage and to the disadvantage of the DP. The DP requires, in my view, full support from the larger Mount Kenya region. Say 80% or even 90%, similar to what Uhuru Kenyatta got. So there was a perception that Uhuru Kenyatta is not influential in the larger Mount Kenya region. So the fact that Raila Odinga went there and the reception was good, the fact that it's gaining traction, even online, even if you look at the comments on the people who used to attack him, they have actually reduced. That's what Mwangi Kiunjuri was reminding the DP. I want you to listen to Mwangi Kiunjuri very briefly, reminding the DP about that.
Nobody can say in certainty that I have already taken over Mount Kenya region. Because already we have been there, there have not been any good teams that have been competing there. We have been there as small parties, and some parties have been penetrating. But as you listen to what has been happening in the last 1 week in Mount Kenya region, it is very clear that everybody has a chance.
Number 2, the second thing Mwangi Kiunjuri is telling the DP, I don't know whether it's begging, is trying to tell the DP that now they are open for partnership.
We'll work. You have to work hard, extraordinarily hard. You must make sure that it's not about followers, it is about a partnership. For us as TSP, we shall respect those leaders who would come looking for partnership in Mount Kenya region. If you want followers, days of having followers are gone, because every Kenyan have now the right reason.
Mwangi Kiunjuri has been one of those loyal supporters of the DP, to an extent that he was kicked out of cabinet. Nobody would have wanted, nobody would agree to leave cabinet. Even William Ruto's close allies like Charles Keter, Chilugoi cannot leave cabinet because of the DP. Mwangi Kiunjuri did. But the DP is not telling them, because he's agreed to support the DP through his political party, but the DP is telling them that those who are small parties are treble, and I'm not going to associate with them. So Mwangi Kiunjuri is now reminding the DP that what we are going to do, we are going to work very closely with anybody who is going to take care of the interest of the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. If that person is going to be Raila Odinga, the better. If that person is going to be Gideon Moi, the better. If that person is going to be, let's say, even Moses Wetangula, then they are ready. So the fact that now Mwangi Kiunjuri can talk of open partnership, it means he's telling the DP that we are now ready to even dump you. And that's something which, in my view, should actually worry the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Because if you look at the UDA, I don't think there's a strong guy who can withstand onslaught once the president will put his feet on the ground. Someone like Mwangi Kiunjuri, someone like Moses Kuria can. I don't think Rigathi Gachagua can do that. So that's something I also got. The third message is delivered to the DP is that as things stand today, he's supporting the deputy president. But the deputy president, according to Mwangi Kiunjuri, is at 70 to 80%. That means that with the onslaught and with the changes coming out of the larger Mount Kenya region, the deputy president should be very worried. That's the message he's telling the DP. He's telling the DP already, you are at 70 to 80%. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta got what percentages? Raila Odinga, let me just tell you, Raila Odinga got 2% or 3% in the larger Mount Kenya region. So which means the DP is at 70 to 80. So which means 20% to 30% are not with the DP. So if the DP is going to play the kind of politics he's playing, Mwangi Kiunjuri is reminding him that those figures are going to reduce. They are going to reduce probably from 60 to 70, or it could even be half. And the DP must take whatever Mwangi Kiunjuri is telling him very seriously. Because as a matter of fact, if there's one man who needs the support of the larger Mount Kenya region, it's none other than William Samoei Ruto, for several reasons. The DP has invested heavily in the larger Mount Kenya region. For the last 4 years, the deputy president focused all his campaigns towards that direction. In fact, if you ask me, if the DP had just decided to spend half of his time, half of his resources in say coastal region or even western, probably the gains would be there. But he focused on the larger Mount Kenya region. But now Mwangi Kiunjuri is reminding him, you are at 70 or 80%. If you play, it's going to dip. And the fourth thing I'm getting, the fourth message which Mwangi Kiunjuri is trying to tell him, is that you are not the automatic choice for the region. Nobody can brag that he already has the support of the larger Mount Kenya region. And he's saying that nobody. Remember, in the last 4 elections, Mount Kenya regions were very predictable. They were either with Uhuru or Kibaki or Uhuru. So Uhuru was the king. Mwangi Kiunjuri is telling them that nobody, as at now, can claim to own support of the larger Mount Kenya region. And lastly, by the way, listening to Mwangi Kiunjuri reminding the DP about that.
Nobody can say in certainty that I have already taken over Mount Kenya region, because already we have been there. There have not been any good teams that have been competing there. We have been there as small parties, and some parties have been penetrating. But as you listen to what has been happening in the last 1 week in Mount Kenya region, it is very clear that everybody has a chance.
And lastly, Mwangi Kiunjuri is also reminding the deputy president that the politics of the Mount Kenya region can be very rough. In the sense that you might assume that you have them in your pocket, and then when they sit down somewhere, they agree and they move, and there's nothing you can do. That's the roughness he's talking about. And in my view, William Samoei Ruto must be very, very careful. Because if he's not careful, the investment he has made in the larger Mount Kenya region will definitely go to waste. I don't know what you think, but I'd want to hear your thoughts on this particular message which Mwangi Kiunjuri is actually delivering to the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and his brigades. And I want to ask you guys a simple question. Do you think William Ruto and his party will manage to withstand the onslaught from Moses Kuria, Mwangi Kiunjuri, Martha Karua, William Kabogo, and you add President Uhuru Kenyatta? Do you think they will withstand that? I don't know. I just want to read your comments. And by the way, I want you guys to continue supporting this channel the way you've always done. And the best way you can do is simple. Just give this particular video thumbs up, drop your comment, and for those who can, please share the video in your WhatsApp groups, Facebook, and whichever format you can share it with. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Is the Deputy President, Dr. William Ruto, losing grip of the country after campaigning for 4 years? That's my next video while I'm doing research on Pandora papers. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.